So now I have a question for my friend from Nordstrom, Bob Schwartz. Nordstrom is one of the most well-known and respected brands in retailing. You also sell a variety of popular branded products. So how big a factor have you found brands to be in attracting people to your site and making them feel comfortable in buying from you?
Well, I thank you for the great question. Brands play a huge part of success on the internet. What comes to mind when you think of Amazon.com, again, other than I should have bought it at 50, is the brand. You've never been in their store, you've never spoken to one of their salespeople, you've never touched Amazon. It's their brand. It's hard to think of anything other than brand when it's a virtual company. And if you think about it, some of my experience was in selling intangibles, and it's one of the hardest sales out there. But you tend to lean very heavily on credibility, and brand brings that credibility. When you visit the site, someone's site, it's just bits and bytes out there. It's not necessarily anything tangible. You don't know who's behind it. When you click and you take a look at merchandise, it's just an image out there. You can't touch it, you can't feel it, you can't try it on. Does it really exist in inventory? When you place an order online, who's actually behind that order? Who's standing behind it? You never see a salesperson. What you do get is you get an electronic mail from somebody. Brand in essence becomes the bridge of confidence between the consumer and the online experience. Not everyone agrees with me. Recently I was also down at the shop.org meeting, and this was during the summer, and it was heavily populated by internet-only companies. And there was a gentleman up there that basically was saying, internet companies will rule the world, dude. And he kept saying that BDCs, the BDCs, they will all fail. And I'm like, what is a BDC? And basically he stopped and said, for you that don't know, it's the big, dumb companies. And I thought, well, that's interesting. He said they will fail because they have brick and mortar, and it's such a burden. He said, because people are, all those people that are all stuck in the old ways. And to me, I felt that, I asked myself, are these deficits or are these actually assets? And to me, it's an asset if you use the brand to bridge it. These brick and mortars, or as I like to call them, stores, you know. They translate into comfort for people as they pass our 99 stores across America. When they see it sitting there, it translates into comfort of actually buying online. Each time they speak to one of our 50,000 employees, that also translates into the people standing behind Nordstrom.com. Leveraging assets like a brand to make that extension, we hope will make us a big, smart company. If you think about it, internet companies have to spend millions and millions of dollars on branding campaigns. As a big company with a brand, we don't have to focus on branding campaigns on the internet. We instead focus on initiatives like awareness to draw people in. For instance, we leverage another one of our competencies, which is we have millions of shopping bags and millions of credit card statements that go out. And we put the Nordstrom.com URL on that. Can a brand, the last part of your question was, or actually the middle was, can it make you comfortable buying online? There was a recent survey that we were pleasantly surprised that said that Nordstrom was second only to Charles Schwab in a survey of customers who were asked where they prefer to bank. And obviously, that speaks only to one thing. That speaks to brand, that speaks to trust. When a customer goes online and it's Nordstrom.com, they have trust. In other sense, in other companies that are internet pure plays, until that brand's built, that's where you get the friction of the credit card concern. In fact, many of those, we were thrilled with the amount of volume on our site over the last 3 months that have been $500 plus purchases. The final part of your question was about brand and customer retention. Though brand is a powerful tool to open up new channels, it unto itself will not create customer loyalty or maintain customer loyalty. Nordstrom has always believed that keeping customers coming back is all about listening to the customer and hiring great people. That in turn can add strength to your brand. So yes, as you can see, I'm a strong believer that brand is a critical element to success on the internet.
Okay, thank you for that, Bob. So here for the stores.